And we are live on YouTube. Welcome, everybody, in the Thriving Blind Academy Success Ability YouTube land. I'm Kristin Smedley here with Charlie Collins, and we are going to be coming at you live here on YouTube on Tuesdays as we do some not necessarily deep dives into the success principles and how we employ them through multiple bazillion situations in Thriving Blind Academy and honestly in life. Because here's what's been happening, you guys. We have been having these conversations about things popping up in my life, raising kids, going through divorce, blind kids on college campuses, blind kids trying to get jobs, in addition to all the other things that goes on. And I'm thinking, boy, these success principles really do apply in every situation. So we're going to be doing some reflecting on our Monday mentorship chats from Thriving Blind Academy. We'll be reflecting on Tuesday and really showing you each week how these elements of success, when you employ them and you really have the success mindset, it really makes a difference. So today we're going to start this off by talking about something that, Charlie, I am telling you, this is coming at me from all different facets of my Instagram, my YouTube feed, on LinkedIn, on articles I get from Medium and all those other landing spots that come into my email. This whole concept of, if you don't like what your life looks like, look at the choices that you've made along the way. Like, we are really, wherever we're at, it is us, ourselves, me, that is responsible from where I'm at. And you know, from my past couple of years that I have pushed back on this principle for so much stuff. Like, really, if people that are blind and can't get a job, that's really their choices. Someone that is looking at only a couple $100 left in a bank account after a divorce and depletion of all the accounts. Really, that's her choice that's happening. Let's dive into that a little bit, because I think a lot of people, this really blows their mind.
It does. Excuse me. And it's not so much about the event that was out of our control, the hurricane, the family crisis, things that, but you're in it, right? And you said it. It's like I came to, and I have a bank account or two with low balances. I'm on my own. I got kids. I got a whole life ahead of me, but oh my gosh. And instead of, now what could have been a course of action is blaming, complaining, making excuses, pointing fingers. But no, I think you are where you are today because you made some choices. You thought them through. You said, I will do this, try that, connect with, read this, and over time, even though some of the things we do take us back off course, but we certainly can make the right choices with some self-reflection and things like that in order to move our lives forward. Now, it doesn't always come from a place of rock bottom or a low area. I mean, this is a daily occurrence. We all have events in our lives, situations, and we all have outcomes. We all sit in a place. He said, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't look good. Life as it is in my world, my personal reality of my life is not working for me, but I can't seem to grasp it. I can't, of course, there's one of the problems, but I'm not able to get out of this. And why? Because we're stuck in this blaming the event or complaining about the event or event, making excuses. And you and I mean, we have children. You have a couple blind ones that could crop up the blaming, complaining, and excusing engine much easier than a sighted kid. But I have two daughters, and they're pretty balanced when they fall into that. Sure, for a lot of my life, I blamed my legal blindness.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. this is what I realized the other day when we were talking about this. You made the same point, and that's kind of what really started me down this. Oh, this is mind blowing. It's not, we always hear the rock bottom stories. And I started this conversation with the rock bottom stories, the massive, I call them sucker punches, the massive life blow. But it's every day, all day that these things are happening and we're making choices. Here's a story that maybe a lot of people can relate to. I'm about to turn 52. And in my late 40s, as I was approaching 50, all of my friends, for the most part, are the same age. Everybody starts complaining. Oh, your metabolism slows down. Oh, your hormones go crazy. And everyone's talking about weight gain and all this stuff. And I've been in that camp this summer. I've been frustrated. And I thought, you know what? Wait a minute. I can keep blaming menopause is coming. I can blame that I'm getting older. I'm like, but how come other people, they're making this work and they're as fit as they've ever been? And I did the research and I realized it was some of the choices I was making in terms of workout, not workout, crazy running that was killing my knees versus weightlifting. And I did the research and have started making choices. And boy, do I feel a gajillion times better. And I'm back on track. I was off course for a while, but it really is those everyday choices. And sometimes I feel like they're all day long. They're coming at us.
Should I have that piece of pie? Should I eat a healthy breakfast? We have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Now, that's science. They hook you up and they can see when the brain's firing thoughts. So if we have 60, 70,000, what do we have? Maybe 30,000 choices a day. I mean, it's ridiculous. But when I step back to think about it, it's like, you ever go on a Zoom meeting or do anything with technology and it's really pissing you off. And I hate this microphone. This camera sucks. This computer, I need a new one. You know what? I'm giving up. Let's go watch Netflix. Oh, that's right. The internet doesn't work. Life is over. And it's like, oh, when I realized that I chose to show up a little late to the meeting, not late, but I didn't give myself enough time to test my microphone, test my camera, make sure all my levels were good so I could show up as a professional. So I'm a little behind. Things aren't working. I'm getting nervous. My anger level starting to internally. I'm not myself. It's like just simple little bad choice. If I gave myself 6 minutes more, I wouldn't have triggered the rest of that. Then I was after the meeting, and this has happened. This is why I know now. What do? I come earlier. I relax. I look at the video. I do some, hey, this is Charlie. How does my microphone sound today? And then I listen. Okay. And then I show up for the most part on time. Because of some simple choices, Kristin, you talked about it. But over time, if I do that, then I don't clear it up. I don't self-reflect. I don't look at, why am I feeling this way? What can I do to improve? I might not look at that. I might just jump into the next thing. And my choices they get worse. They maybe get more selfish. They get more dishonest. They get into a place where my finger's coming out like, can't be me. I don't do that much wrong, and I think you and I see that a lot in the academy, in our mentorship groups, and some of the master classes and things we do. We find people showing up. They're just, the weight of their choices is squishing them in the ground, though they don't know that yet. And with a little bit of empathy and compassion and love, we peel back that onion until they have that aha moment and go, oh my God, I am where I am because of me.
I'm remembering one of the conversations in the mentorship call with Eric, and the fact that his vision was progressing so much quicker than he thought at the one stage last year. And he took ownership to the fact he was frustrated about his technology. And he was like, you know what? I've never spent the time I needed to spend on touch typing.
Right.
And that moment was like, yes, the entire world says to our blind community, oh, you can blame blindness and blame all of that. It's okay. And we're like, no, you can still live this an absolutely incredible life. But where are the little choices? And that day when he was like, oh, that's on me. I never took the time for touch typing. And then he started to invest little by little. And it took him a while. If you remember, it wasn't like overnight. Eric's like, I'm doing touch typing for 5 hours a day. It was little by little, choice by choice. And then he started, I guess it was when he started maybe seeing the progress, and it wasn't such a big mountain to climb, that's when he started accelerating. I don't know what kicked in for him there, but then he eventually really got into that.
Choosing to slow down, choosing to lessen I'm looking over at a pile, choosing the size of the pile, choosing to appreciate. And this isn't happening to me. This is happening for me. This choice I'm going to make is going to do more than just make me feel good, look good, sound good. It's going to have a greater impact. I've really worked on that over the years, like you said, but it started with awareness, recognizing that the outcome, the feeling, what I'm sitting in is life as I see it, isn't working. It's not resonating. I don't feel connected. I feel frustrated a lot. I feel myself starting to blame it on vision impairment or others. And it's like, and that's a disgusting feeling. I will not give my power away to the disease in the back of my eye. I've done that for years, and I did pay the price. I almost paid the ultimate price. So, but you said it, Eric made a choice, because he thought, no one is going to make my fingers work. I've got to choose to take a little time each day and learn how to type, learn how to use dictation, whatever it might be that we are looking to better our lives. And I know once I get clear, I need to go down this path, and I make the initial choice, the load starts to lift even before I'm at the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. So for all of our procrastinators out there, and hey, when I was in high school, my mother called me procrastination. So I am captain of the procrastinating ship half the time. I get you. I feel you. I know you. If you just make that choice, though, like Charlie just said, it really does start to lighten it. And then you make the next right choice and the next right choice. But you said something, Charlie, I wanted to end with this. You said something a minute or two ago that the actual beginning is not necessarily the choice. It's recognizing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the aha moment for me is there is a better way. Excellent. And I just want to end with Kristin Nation. I like that.
Oh, I like how you accented the different syllables there, and it sounds way better.
I chose to do that.
Somewhere my kids are twitching.
All I can suggest is to just notice as you move through the day, as I walk into Dunkin' Donuts, as I go into the bank, every movement is a choice. Should I walk this way? How fast should I mean, of course, our body does a lot of it naturally, but I really work hard on, I'm about to judge. I stop that choice. So I would suggest that as we move through the day, I'm going to do it. And I want to just offer that, just notice, and you'll be pretty impressed with yourself. Like, ooh, I thought I have perfect eyesight, but I'm blindly going through my day.
Well, there's a note to end on. Thank you very much for that, Charlie. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe here to our Successibility YouTube channel so you get the notifications when we go live on Tuesdays to do little mini deep dives into these success